create our own God in our minds. We are created by God perfect, but because of sin, we become imperfect. Magandang araw po sa inyo mga karanda. Muli, nandito po tayo sa Vancouver, Canada or British Columbia. After 2 weeks of quarantine, after 2 weeks of state of emergency, working from home, ito na po yung lagay ng Vancouver ngayon. As of today ay marami na pong deaths. Last time na sinabi ko ay ang British Columbia ang pinakamarami. That was a week ago. Pero ngayon po ang Quebec na po ang pinakamarami. Nung huli kong nakita ang data is about 1,200 o 1,233 ang Quebec, 800 plus ang British Columbia, at ang Toronto or Ontario naman is nasa almost 800 na rin. So I was surprised that Quebec jumped higher. I mean to say, biglang lumaki ang kanilang bilang, no? Nagtaka naman ako kasi nung umpisa sila ay halos hindi umaakit ng 200. Pero after 3 to 4 days, sila na po ang may pinakamaraming bilang dito. And sad to say, sad to know that ang Vancouver ngayon ay hindi lang po ang Lynn Valley ang nagkaroon na ng mga, yung naalala nyo, kung naalala nyo po yung Lynn Valley home care na sinasabi ko, na marami po ang mga residente na mga home for the aged or aged people ang nagkasakit. Ngayon po meron namang nadagdag na isa pang home care na mas matindi rin, almost surpass the Lynn Valley home care. Hindi ko na po sabihin ang pangalan para hindi po tayo matakot, ano. Pero kung mapapansin nyo, yung mga home care dito ang talagang naapektuhan. Kasi yung mga home care dito nakatira yung may mga edad na tao. Kung saan nag-i-stay sila doon, kung sila ay mahina na. And then the caregiver will go there on the place to take care of them. So talagang sila ay may edad na. Mostly of them are 80 above. So sila ang much vulnerable to this kind of coronavirus. So nakakalungkot kasi doon sa kailang time na lalabi para din sa mundo ay sila po ang naaapektuhan. At eventually ay iiksip ang buhay na because of this disease. Pero may good news naman po, despite all the things happen here in Vancouver or in Canada. Meron namang good news na mga nangyari. Mga tigit sa lahat, kahapon ay pumunta po ako ng Costco at ako po yung nagpagas. Nakita ko na ang baba po ng gasolina. Dati ang gasolina rito ay presyo per liter is 1.4, 1.3, 1.5. It depends on the day, no? Lalo na kung linggo mas mahal siya. Pero kahapon nung nagpagasolina ako is only 96.4 per liter. Meron pong good news about corona, no? Bumababa ang mga presyo ng bilihin. At kung natigit sa lahat yung pollution, yan po ang problema ngayon ng mundo, yung pollution. So kung ang lahat ng industriya ay umi-stop, lalo na yung gumagamit ng mga oil or gas, ay nababawasan po yung pollution ng mundo. At marami pang iba ang benefits ang coronavirus. And dito naman sa Canada, marami ang nawalan ng trabaho and very sad na nawalan sila ng trabaho. Pero despite the fact, meron din namang good news para sa mga nawalan ng trabaho. Kasi beginning this April ay magkakaroon ng mga benefits ang mga tao na nawalan ng trabaho because of coronavirus. Unang-una, meron ditong EI o tinatawag na insurance, no? Para sa mga EI, employment insurance. Pero on top of that ay meron pang ibang mga benefits. Sa mga bata ay magkakaroon pa ng extra 300. I mean kasi yung mga bata rito hanggang 18 years old, meron silang support in the government. Ang tawag dito is child care benefits. So ngayon ang mangyayari, on top of the benefits ay magkakaroon pa sila ng plus 300 every time. So magandang balita yan para sa mga magulang na may mga anak na hindi makapasok. So magkakaroon sila ng dagdag na pondo para sa kanilang pambayad ng bahay, pagbili ng pagkain. And on top of that, meron pang another benefits na ibibigay po ang government of Canada na tawag na CERB. Ito yung para sa mga nawalan ng trabaho because of COVID. Actually, hindi sila mga na-terminate, pero dahil sa COVID hindi sila makapasok because sa pinapatupad ng gobyerno na social distancing or physical distancing, or hindi ka pwedeng pumunta sa isang opisina, isang lugar kung saan maraming tao, pinagbabawal na po yan. So nagbigay ang gobyerno ng Canada na kung ikaw hindi makapasok dahil sa ganyang sitwasyon, ay meron kang makukuha at ang maximum is 2,000. So that's good news, no? Kaya ang coronavirus ay hindi lang naman puro sad news, no? Meron din mga good news, meron din mga benefits. Pero alam niyo ba, itong nangyayari sa atin is talagang napakatindi dahil according to the World Meter, again, World Meter of Coronavirus, meron na po tayong so far is 818,699 cases of coronavirus. All over the world po yan, all over the world. So hindi lang dito sa Canada, sa Italy, sa China, sa US, Philippines of course, meron na rin. Almost 1,000 na rin din sa Philippines. So kaya nga yung mga kamag-anak ko sa Philippines ay namundok na sila. Buti pa sila, merong mapupunta ang bundok. Hindi kagaya din sa Canada, wala akong mapupunta ang bundok dito. So etong mga kamag-anak ko na ito, mga pamangkin ko, ay meron po silang lupa doon sa bundok. Actually meron din ako doon. So siguro nga kung nandun din ako sa Pilipinas, malamang nasa bundok na rin ako ngayon. So ipapakita ko sa inyo ang video nila kung ano yung ginagawa nila doon. At masaya sila ngayon doon kasi sa bundok ay talagang walang aabot ng COVID doon. Nag-enjoy ako na panood din yung video nila, and I show some of the vlog na pwede natin ipakita sa inyo. So yun nga, 699,000 cases. At ang deaths po natin is 39,784. As of today, March 31, 2020, yan na karami ang death, 39,784. Pero ang good news nga, may naka-recover din, it's 173,197. So far yan po ang natin sa coronavirus. At dito naman sa Vancouver, matindi na ang preparation for this phenomenon. So dahil ina-expect na mas mag-worse pa ang number of cases here in British Columbia. So ang gobyerno ay ginawa nila na ang convention center sa Vancouver ay gawin nila, i-convert nila as a hospital facility, kasi nga they expect worse numbers of cases, o more number of cases of coronavirus. So yan po ang development dito sa Vancouver. So meron lang po sana kung gustong iwan sa inyo about this kind of phenomenon, kasi this kind of phenomenon is not actually normal thing happen in the world. Pero kung ibabase mo po sa Biblia, panahon pa ng mga propeta, ay nangyayari na po yung mga ganitong mga pestilence, ganitong mga diseases in which thousands of people died. At kung mapapansin natin, kung nagbabasa tayo ng Bible, ang hirap po paniwalaan, ang hirap paniwalaan ng Biblia na minsan, kagaya nung ginawa ni Moses na plague that was happened in Egypt, napakahirap paniwalaan. What? Thousands of people died in just one day? So imagine that. How can you believe as a history, a biblical history, na hindi mo naman na talaga naranasan na nakita? Kaya minsan ang mga tao nag-doubt sila about the Bible na, ang Bible is just like a parable, is like a myth. Kasi nga sa mga nangyayari at the time of the prophets, if you read the Old Testament, mapapansin mo rin may mga nangyayari ng mga pestilence, taggutom, or famine, na thousands of people died, and one of the example nga, ibinanggit ko yun sa Egypt, when Moses talked to Pharaoh about the people of God, the Israelites, to release them from captivity or from being a slave in Egypt. So alam naman natin ang istorya na ang Pharaoh, God hardened his heart until he received the punishment from God, so that the God will show his glory, he show his power and might, that he is above everything, anybody else in this world, even the Pharaoh itself, because Pharaoh is somewhat like God in Egypt, no? Kaya God hardened his heart, and Moses, was the spokesperson of God, that if Pharaoh will not do this, will not do that, he will receive punishment. And remember that it is actually 10 plague or 10 pestilence ang nangyari po sa Egypt. So if we will read about the story, how it happens, somewhat hindi tayo naniniwala, no? Totoo ba nangyari to? Pero alam nyo, because of this happening in this world today, the Bible tells us that everything happened in the past is true. Meaning to say, the Bible show its credibility. Imagine now how many people died, no? How many people died as of today? It is 39,784. Imagine, that's huge amount of people. Death everywhere. At tingnan nyo, wala pong exempted. Buong mundo po ay dumaranas ng ganitong karanasan na marami pong namamatay. So meaning to say, the Bible is credible. The Bible is true. The God of the Bible is not a liar. God does not lie. It's true. So bago po ako magtapos sa aking pong pagbibigay po sa inyo ng kunting news about here in Vancouver, I just want to read one of passage in the Bible, and I want you to be encouraged of this passage in the Bible, especially in the book of Psalms 91. Ang sabi po sa Psalms 91, "He who dwells in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God in whom I trust." So ngayon po sa mundong ito, we see that this phenomenon is a very unique, or some say this like craziness. Pero alam niyo po ba, the God that we believe is still in control of this world. And He says in the word in Psalms 91 as I read, "He who dwells on Him, the shelter of Him, the Most High God, will rest in the shadow of the Almighty, and He is a refuge." He will become a refuge in a fortress. Mean to say, wala po tayong ibang tatakbuhan ngayon sa mundong ito. Wala pong medisina. Of course, natitest natin yung mga tao na nagkakaroon nito. Pero, so what kung natitest natin? Ang tanong, meron na bang medisina? Wala po tayong matatakbuhan sa ngayon. Pero, I assure you that the God of the Bible is always there. If you will make Him your refuge, if you will make Him your fortress, God is always there to protect you. And I will continue reading in verse 3. "Surely He will save you from the fowler snare and from the deadly pestilence." Imagine that. He will protect you. He will save you from this snare, from this pestilence. He will cover you with His feathers, and under His wing you will find refuge. His faithfulness will be your shield and rampart. You will not fear the terror of the night, nor the arrow that flies by day, nor the pestilence that stalks in the darkness, nor the plague that destroys at midday. Imagine this promise of the Lord. You know, God does not lie, as what I said. The God of the Bible is not a liar. God is always there. God exists before this world exists. He is the creator of this world. As I continue, it said in verse 7, 1,000 may fall at your side, 10,000 at your right hand, but it will not come near you. Meaning to say, even the pestilence is everywhere. If you make God as your refuge, if you make God as your fortress or your salvations, He will never fail you, and you will never affected by this kind of disease or pestilence. So yan lang po ang gusto kong iwanan sa inyo, at nawa po ay kung tayo po ay nag-aalinlangan at sometimes in our belief, hindi po tayo naniniwala na may Diyos. This is the time, as what I said in my last vlog, it is an eye-opener to all of us that there is God who are still in control, because He is our creator. He created us in His own image. In fact, we are the very image of God. We create by God in His own likeness and His image. But the problem is the sinfulness of man. It happens in the Garden of Eden when Adam and Eve fall into sin of disobedience. We are created by God perfect, but because of sin, we become imperfect. The imperfection that we have caused us to die. We are designed by God, or we are created by God to be perfect, to live forever. But because of this sinfulness, because of this sin that we inherit from Adam and Eve, we die physically, and most importantly, we die spiritually. Meaning to say, our body now is very weak, fragile, na kahit anong disease tayo ay maapektuhan. But the last one is the spiritual death. We are separated from the Holy God because of sin. That's a big problem of man now. That's why he wants to create his own God. In fact, when Satan asked Adam or Eve, it is surely that you will die? It is God tell you that you will surely die? And Eve says, yes, we will die. Satan in the form of serpent says, are you surely die? That's the questions. That's the questions that Satan give men in order for them to be deceived. Because Satan said, you will be like God. You will be like God. So yan po ang problema ngayon ng tao. We have the desire to be like God. We create our own God in our minds. We create our own God in our minds. We separate ourselves from the Holy God. But the problem is, we become vulnerable to diseases, to pestilence, and the blessings of the Lord leave us because of our sin. I hope you will have time to seek more of God, to seek more of the Lord. Jesus is the Son of God. If you don't believe that Jesus is the Son of God, you have a problem. Because in the book of John 3:16, this is a very familiar verse. For God so loved the world, that He gave His only begotten Son, that whosoever believes in Him shall not perish but have an everlasting life. That everlasting life is a design of God for us since the beginning. But because of sin, we lost that everlasting life. But you know what? Jesus is our passes. Jesus is our ticket now. Whatever happened to us, we died because of COVID, we died because of anything else. Jesus is the foundations, or Jesus is the key for us to earn everlasting life. Not by religion, not by good works, not by principle, but only by faith in Jesus Christ, we will earn everlasting life. For God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son, that whosoever believe in Him will not perish, but have everlasting life. Remember, the word believe. You must have faith only in Jesus Christ, and then you will have eternal life. God bless and everyone. I pray and I hope that you will remember this passage or remember this message. Actually, it's all over internet now. It's all over Facebook. It's all over Instagram. It's all over Twitter. But I hope you will be serious about it today. God bless you and see you soon. Bye.